Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Sports Time HQ. I'm your host, Fernando. Joining with me today is my great co-host, Gary. Gary, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to talk some football like usual. We got a good slate coming in the next couple hours.
Yeah, we do. Gary, is the music playing? Can you hear the music in the
It is for
background?
me. I hear it.
Oh, well, it isn't for me, but at least it's working. I was like,
Yeah,
I was like, man, it's not working. I was like, that sucks because it's okay. It is what it
I
is.
hear it. I hear
But obviously now you don't.
it.
Now you see me, now you don't. All right, let's get into some of the news and notes. Something to talk about is Rasheed Rice is coming back today. Um, Gary, the suspension is officially over. Are we expecting a big game from Rasheed Rice?
Yeah, I mean, I love Rasheed Rice. I think you know, he was starting to really come to his own before he got injured. I felt like that really sucked because I felt that was going to be like kind of a breakout season for him.
Yeah,
Um, Unfortunate how it went the way that it did, but I fully expect him to just come out firing immediately. And unfortunately, that might lower, Worthy's stock a little bit, even Hollywood Brown to an extent. Um, but all the people that are sitting pretty in their fantasy leagues with Rasheed Rice coming back this week are feeling really good about themselves.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people drafted him still pretty high, and to not get him um, is definitely something that I was like, I was like saying to myself, I was like, I should draft Rasheed Rice, but I thought personally that he was getting too much hype in the draft. But at the end of the day, I mean, he could end up being the wide receiver one to close out the season, and that's what you want. That's what you want from a player.
Yeah, no, it's definitely possible.
Noah, quick question saying start McMillan or Golden today. Um, I'm starting Territory McMillan.
Same here.
Yeah. Um, London game this week, Rams, Jacksonville. Gary, what's your thoughts on that game? Obviously, the game's already happening, but what's your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I have not watched a second of this game yet. 14-0 Rams, so you'll have to tell me who scored because I don't know.
Yeah, I did pick the Rams to win, but I was thinking about maybe going with the sneaky Jacksonville Jaguars first. Somehow, shockingly, right now 4-2, which is not something we're used to seeing.
It's because
I
they have the
haven't seen
Browns
in a
pick.
while.
The
Yeah,
Browns have their pick,
yeah,
I
yeah.
should
That's
say.
right. That's
So
right. That's right.
that's the reason.
But it is 14-0. Rams are winning in London. I think it's the final game in London too. So,
Mhm.
what a way to close it out. Hopefully, it's a high scoring game. But Devonte Adams was one that got into the end zone, and
Of course.
you wouldn't believe who else got into the end zone. Kanata Mumpfield.
Mumpfield. Nice. That's awesome.
Well, what's the odds? What's the odds of that?
That's
But
everybody's that's on everybody's ticket, right? To score an anytime
of
touchdown
course,
today.
of course. This is an anytime touchdown score possibility for me, just because he hasn't gone to the end zone. He hasn't done good. A lot of people have been dropping him in fantasy. I think I'm taking a Travis Hunter anytime touchdown.
Okay. I don't hate that. Yeah, you're right though. People have been dropping him. In one of my 12 teamers, actually, I just picked him up off the waiver wire. I had an open bench spot and he was there. So I was like, all right. I mean, listen, if he's gonna sit there as my last receiver, so be it. If he's gonna,
Yeah,
live up to the hype that everybody was giving him as a wide receiver, it's a win-win.
exactly. So you can't really complain. I mean, I just picked him up. I think I dropped some. I forget who I dropped, but I just picked him up in one of the leagues because I was like, if he doesn't do good, he's on a bye week, I believe, next week, and I'll just
Mhm.
drop him if he doesn't do
Yeah.
good. If he does do good, sure, I'll keep him for another week.
Right.
Um, First head coach has officially been fired. It is the Titans head coach Brian Callahan after a 1-5 start. Um, I don't think it's so much Brian Callahan's fault. I think it's just the Titans are just don't have the weapons to secure any type of win, really. Um, Maybe Brian Callahan will get another chance, but of course, the Titans no longer got themselves a head coach.
Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on because obviously you don't want your rookie quarterback going in
Mm,
to, you know, a QB carousel to start his career. And it happens with a lot of players, so it's not like it's never happened before. But I just remember the biggest thing, like with us and Baker, is that he had 3 head coaches in the first 3 years of his career, and you know obviously he's the way he is now. I feel like because he got
Yeah.
off to that slow start with you know not always having the same personality. He was never comfortable. Um, so I think that's a big thing to keep an eye out for if you're a Titans fan, Cam Ward fan, etc.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, what's the odds that somehow the Titans win with an interim head coach today? It would just be funny. It would suck for me because it's the Patriots, but I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like that usually happens sometimes.
could happen, but I doubt it. I'm honestly surprised that they're only favored by 7, the Patriots, because I feel like I don't know. I personally believe that the Titans were like by far the worst team in the league on paper going
Yeah,
into this year. Um, I'm surprised they came back and beat the Cardinals when they did that week. I don't expect
that's
them
true.
to. I don't expect them to really put up a fight against the Patriots today.
No, I don't either. Adam Rank, I think, also had a 59-0 prediction because it's
Yeah,
a 16-year anniversary of
I
when the
could
Patriots
definitely.
won 59-0.
I'll say like 35-6.
35-6? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's go into Ryan Ben's question, Bourne or Xavier Worthy today. I'm actually going to take Xavier Worthy today only because Xavier Worthy has a better potential than Kendrick Bourne, with Jawan Jennings being back and George Kittle being back. I think Kendrick Bourne's days could be done, but again, it is Mac Jones still at the helm of the quarterback position, so hey, we could see another good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Worthy, but you mentioned it. He's slowly becoming Matt Jones' favorite target. So, if he has another good one of these weeks and Brock Purdy
Yeah,
still needs to miss more time, then he's kind of like an auto flex start for me.
yeah, I can see it. Let's go into some. Let's see. What do I want to dive into today? Do I want to dive into some of? Let's go into the bye week real quick. Bills Ravens on bye weeks. I think Ravens are in desperate need of this bye week.
Mm,
They have just struggled uh, this year so far.
I
Maybe.
know. Sorry to cut you off. I was gonna say I know all my Lamar owners need this bye week as well because they need him to come back healthy, and I feel that on in a few weeks I need him to come back
Mhm.
as well because I'm teetering around that like 500 range where you're kind of just sticking around right now, which is totally fine because
Yeah.
you have your like big guy injured. Thing is, when's he gonna come back? Because you can't go like you can't lose like 3 in a row and be like that 3-6 territory and have to like basically win out to solidify a playoff spot.
I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to
Yeah.
see. 1-5 teams: Saints, Dolphins, and I'll mention the 0-6 Jets as well. Titans already lost their head coach. Are we seeing anyone? And the Browns. Can't forget the Browns. Can't forget the Browns. Sorry. Are any of these teams a possibility of having their coach being fired?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just know that there's a lot of talk right now that Kevin Stefanski's seat is kind of hot, which
Mm,
I'm totally fine with. Everybody thinks that he's this phenomenal coach because he's a 2-time coach of the year, but in all honesty, I think that those awards were kind of fake, if we're being honest.
hmm. So you
You
don't
know,
think he deserved head coach of the year?
um, maybe in 2023, just because like our whole team was hurt. So
Hmm.
just like the fact that they had like 6 different quarterbacks start and they still went like 11-6 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The first year I felt like it was a little bit fraudulent. I felt like they kind of overrated it because you did the greatest feat in history in taking the Browns to the playoffs, which is, never heard of from anybody else. So you must be coach of the year, right? So and I
Must
think that
be.
was kind of the situation in 2023 as well. But I think if I had to admit, he maybe deserved it in 2023. But he's not the coach that everybody, might think that he is. So I'm expecting him to be fired at some point, honestly. And I'm also expecting Mike McDaniel to be fired. Whoever honestly loses today, I think will be fired between the Browns and Dolphins because they play today.
They do play. It's the battle of the worst.
Yeah.
Is there any shot that Aaron Glenn somehow gets fired after 6 games?
I don't think so, but man, they look bad. And it's not just the fact that they're 0-6, it's the fact that their 6 losses have looked horrible.
Yeah.
They've been in some games, but it's like they've had some games where they probably should have won, especially with the way, Justin Fields in the offense actually looks solid at times.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when they're able to move the ball and, Fields and Wilson are connecting, and the run game has actually been pretty solid. But it's like they just do some stupid stuff at the end, like the horrible play calling to just totally screw, what they have going for them. And I think last week alone, I would have attempted the 62-yard field goal. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I would have too.
Even though Nick Folk was 40 and, it's 62-yarder, he's booting them things, bro. He's always been a very solid guy, even for his age. You would know as a Patriots fan.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get fired, but it wouldn't shock me, especially if they go, 0-16. And I mean,
I doubt they will, but he did comment that Justin Fields has taken a step back, but he's not ready to bench him. So I think that's also something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Because it could look ugly moving forward. Gary, also I'm going to restart the TikTok live because
I see you frozen.
My thing is bugging over here.
Okay.
Bugging. I also think I don't know why it's bugging, but we're gonna restart that. But anyways, any surprise teams that you have in mind? I think I mentioned some of these just to mention some ideas, but Ravens obviously we know is the biggest surprise, being 1-5, but also not surprised because Lamar Jackson is out. Texans 2-3, Chiefs 3-3, Vikings 3-2, Commanders 3-3, Cowboys 2-3-1. I think for me, as a big CJ Stroud believer, I'm very surprised that the Texans are sitting at 2-3.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really that surprised. They took a big step back last year, and as much as I hoped he would take another step forward this year, he hasn't. They have not looked good as a team. Their offensive line is abysmal, up there for worse than football. The defense has looked pretty good, but Stroud's had his moments. But I mean, we just saw this team 2 years ago, with rookie quarterback CJ Stroud look great in the playoffs. I mean, they looked great throughout the season and then won in the first round of the playoffs 2023. It's kind of surprising to me how they've fallen off like that. But in all honesty, as much as I love him, I think it starts with Stroud. He's got to be a lot better.
You
the
think
run
so?
game's almost for sure. The run game's almost non-existent, but
after that great week before the bye week.
Yeah, no, he played great, but he has not for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He really has not looked good. So it pains me to say that, but I'm gonna be real here. He just hasn't looked good. And like I said, it starts with him because the defense is doing their part. Would like to get the run game going a little bit more with Chubb and Woody Marks and whoever's back there. Joe Mixon if he comes back. But it starts with Stroud for sure. He's got to be better.
If he does come back, and Joe Mixon, they would love to have him back, though. I will say, if he could have a breakout again with the Texans, it'd be huge for them. Because honestly, what I was thinking, because obviously we have the trade deadline coming up. Who is a running back that's been out for a while and their backup running back has been succeeding? There's a lot of names you could possibly say, but give me one possibility.
I mean, I guess one of the first things that comes to name is the Vikings, maybe.
Okay.
Aaron Jones has been hurt.
No, that's not a bad shout.
That was just the first one that came to mind.
What about your boy that you have that plays with
Arizona.
Your boy in Tampa?
Oh, yeah, Rashad White and Bucky.
Rashad White's been going nuts, and he's still young.
He's been doing really good. I was a fan of his when he had that like breakout season like 2 or 3 years
I
ago,
was
whatever it
too.
was. I was a really big fan of his, and then the Buccaneers just doing what they do best, not knowing RB talent, or they just have to, they see an 1,000-yard rusher and decide
Leonard
put
Fournette
him.
also was good too when he was
Yeah,
there.
he was, but before him, Ronald Jones had an 1,000-yard rushing
Ronald Jones,
career,
yeah.
and he was young. It was like his second or third year in the league. And then they just completely dismiss him and pick up Leonard Fournette. And he was all right, but like I really wanted to see what they would do with Ronald Jones because he looked good. And then they move on to Rashad White, and he looked great. And then now Bucky Irving's a starter, and he looks great. So as big as a fan of Bucky Irving I am, I traded him away in fantasy because it's kind of like this just stupid superstition, but the
Hmm.
Buccaneers just change course with their running back room like year after year after year. I hope they've, finally found a guy in Bucky Irving because I love Bucky, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if, randomly they just change course and they have a new guy. That's just how they
It'd be
operate.
so
I don't
sad.
know. But yeah, that's definitely a scenario right there.
Yeah, I think that would be huge for the Texans because obviously with Joe Mixon not being the guy, you have Nick Chubb. Don't we can't disregard Nick Chubb, but again, Nick Chubb is father time,
Yeah.
and unfortunately he's just not that back anymore after his injuries over the past couple of years.
Yeah, it sucks.
Um,
It does.
Quickly, let's kind of dive into the playoffs. This is playoff picture before Thursday Night Football, before this week. Uh, Let me just tell you the AFC, and then we'll go into the NFC after. AFC teams right now from first place to seventh place: the Colts, the Steelers, the Chargers, the Patriots, division winners as of right now. Wild card is the Bills, the Jaguars, and the Broncos. I
Absolutely
don't know about
ridiculous.
you, but Colts, Steelers, Chargers, Patriots. What are we? What are we in 2016?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't expect it to stay this way, of course. I, unfortunately for you, I expect the Bills
Mm,
to pull away with the East.
we don't
So
know
far,
that yet.
in all honesty, so far they have not looked that great.
No,
But I expect them to pull away with the East. The Colts, I guess, are gonna lock up the South. I mean, unless the Jags can come back, which I guess they can.
or
But
Stroud and the Texans.
I've kind of given up on them, to be totally honest with you. They might get
I
into the
haven't.
into the wild card. But I think it's between the Colts and Jags. I'm gonna say the Colts got that one, which is surprising because who would have said that a Daniel Jones led team is gonna be a playoff
Nobody.
team, if not the one seed? I mean, they are right now. Um, I guess the Steelers are gonna stay in first. They kind of get lucky with Lamar, even though they had that,
Hmm.
you know, terrible start. I would have still picked the Ravens to, um, end up coming out on top in that division. And then with the West, yeah, I mean, so far the Broncos, but you kind of or was it the Broncos or Chargers?
Both are in the playoffs, but Chargers lead the division.
Oh, okay. Right now it's the Chargers, but I still expect the Chiefs to come back. I mean,
Yeah,
they started to come back already. 3 straight wins, I think it is.
they start
So
slow every year. Usually
yeah,
how
I
it goes.
mean that's how it's
Squeeze
been for
into
the
the
last couple of
playoffs
years.
or win
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
division.
mean,
Go to the Super
they
Bowl, win it.
well, when's the last time they lost the division? Like
Oh,
they've won it like
five,
eight,
4 or 5 years,
like
5, 6 years ago.
not. I think they've won it like 6 straight. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I think they won it like 6 straight years. So, um, I think they're gonna come back and win it again until someone knocks them off. I'm gonna pick them to win it. But
Really?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of expect this playoff picture to look a little bit different towards the end of the season. But I think the teams that are leading the division right now are going to be the teams getting into the playoffs because I think there's such a drop off in talent between the
Mhm.
top like 8 teams to the rest of the AFC. So
Yeah, I can agree. I think from what we see now to the very end, we could see maybe half these teams still be in the playoff picture.
you got to think too, like the Ravens going to be able to dig out of this hole, or the Bengals going to be able to live 500 until Joe Burrow
until
gets
Joe
back,
Burrow go back.
and then maybe they can fire off like 3 or 4 straight wins and sneak into the playoffs at like 10-7. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But like I said, there's still a lot of football left. We're only week 7, which is crazy to say because it feels like it's flying by, and it is.
It really is. It's so sad.
It is. But it is a long season, so we're only about a third of the way there. Or a little bit more than a third of the way there.
Yeah, we're. I mean, trade deadline's right around the corner.
Yep.
We're already about halfway into our playoff season for fantasy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I was actually thinking about it the other day, like when I was doing waivers. I was like, man, we're already on week 7. I was like, I feel like we just started the season.
Insane.
Wild. For the NFC though, Buccaneers, Packers, 49ers, Eagles round out the division winners. Seahawks, Lions, Rams are the wild card teams. So of course, as I mentioned with the surprises, the Vikings, Commanders, Cowboys not in the playoffs. Outside it, I think we could very much see all the teams that are currently in still be in. But we could also see 1 or 2 maybe fall out, like maybe the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I think the NFC is way more up for grabs, in my opinion, in terms of like divisions. I think the AFC is. No, I don't even know if I want to say this, but going into the season, I would have said the AFC is more top heavy than anything, and the NFC is more, average, or not average, but like throughout.
No, I can see that.
It's a tougher conference. As of right now, I think they're both tougher. They're both tough conferences. I wouldn't say I wouldn't label one as top heavy because they're both kind of having teams overperform right now. So we'll kind of see where that goes towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I think I think I'm curious to see who becomes the division, the NFC champion, like for the seeding, because I think that's going to be the interesting one. Because Bucks being number 1 would be huge for them to have home field advantage for the rest.
Yeah,
Packers, it's going to be cold in Green Bay. They could win it. Jordan Love, Matthew Golden, everyone's back, healthy, ready to go. 49ers, I mean, Brock Purdy has only played 2 games, and Mac Jones has kept them in and be the 3rd best team in the NFC. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. And again, like you mentioned with the AFC side as well, we have Joe Flacco doing really good again. He just balled out.
Yes.
Jamar Chase balling out as well.
No, he looked great. I just think it was a divisional game and stuff like that happens
that's
all the
also
time.
true.
So.
But yeah, I mean, can the Commanders or Vikings, do you think one of those two, if any, will miss playoffs? As of right now, not there.
Yeah, I think the Vikings have a shot at missing, or I think the Vikings probably will miss playoffs. The Commanders, I expect to get in, but it'll be kind of tough. They obviously have to overcome all the injuries that they've faced and are still facing with McLaurin out. That kind of sucks. They're such a good team when they're healthy. Debo too. Yeah, I totally forgot about him. They're such a good team when they're healthy. They're such a fast, fun team to watch when they're healthy.
Yeah.
So, I rooted for them last year. I'll root for them again. I, would like to see them healthy again in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, I'm not going to say that they're, going to win the championship, but they're a contender to knock off anybody that they play. So I would,
of course.
Be excited to watch them fully healthy in the playoffs.
It just would have been nice to see them in the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them knock off the Eagles.
Yeah, 100%. But who knows? We might not have seen the Chiefs winning. So
yeah,
like we could have seen them win instead of the Eagles.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Wow, look at this comment. 10 out of 10 comment. I must say, I don't know who that is, but I
I
must
saw
say,
it.
10.
I saw the comment first, and then I saw the name, and I was like, "Who the hell is this?" And then I saw your name, and I was like, "Oh my god." But hey, I mean, listen, they have. I'm not gonna lie, they have like the easiest schedule I think I've ever seen in my life.
They
I
do.
mean, that is unbelievable. So I definitely won't rule it out. I mean, they're playing good football right now. Drake May looks great. Drake May looks
Yeah.
great. He's playing good. They have the schedule in their hands, so it's definitely possible. But I think it's another thing with the Chiefs, right? Like until the Bills get knocked off that pedestal of winning the AFC East,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna go with them from now on. And you guys beat the Bills, so you obviously have
What a
that in your
win.
back pocket. It was a great win, but I still think that the Bills are the better team, so I'm gonna go with the Bills to win the AFC East. But like I said, wouldn't rule it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out either. But again, I think we're still 1 year away from winning a
Yeah.
division or having a chance to win a division. I mean,
Mhm.
Stefan Diggs has somehow had a late season surge or late in his career surge.
Sure.
Uh, well, the last couple games, he's kind of
Right.
balled a little bit.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I think that's something to keep in mind. If he stays like that, then maybe we can win the division. But I think until we get a true wide receiver one, I think it's going to be hard to say that we can win a division.
Hey, maybe you guys will look at Carnell Tate coming out of OSU. Who knows?
I wouldn't mind that, honestly.
But I want him in Cleveland, so I hope he doesn't go to
Don't
you
worry,
guys.
the Jags are messing you up for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting ridiculous to be honest with you because is it really all it took for the Jaguars to, be a good team giving us their pick? Like, give me a
Yes,
break.
it was
But game update, Cam Little just
21
missed
nothing.
yeah, Cam Little just or no, it's still 14
You just
nothing, but
agreed.
well, I totally forgot what the score was. Cam Little just missed like a 40 something yarder field goal, so it's
Are you joking?
yeah, it was like a
Well,
49
why did he miss
49
it with his
yarder.
little leg?
Right. It's like a 49,
Sorry, I
maybe
had to
50
make a pun.
yarder. So 14 nothing
Damn.
Rams still.
All right. Well, it seems like we might have a Jaguars go 4-3. Might see
Would
that
be
happening.
nice. Would be nice. But I doubt
I
it.
I posted on TikTok. It was so funny. I posted on TikTok about like the Thursday night football game and like the reactions of it
Yeah.
because no one expected the Bengals to win really. And someone in the comments said conspiracy theory. They wrote the script to have the Steelers lose so the Ravens can still have a chance for the division.
I mean, yeah, probably. It's another Bills Chiefs scenario. Pick the Ravens until they get knocked off. But listen, they're in a hole right now. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, they're as tough as a team to beat, in
Yeah,
the end when they're fully healthy. So
100%. Injury report. Let's go into the injury report. Anthony Richardson dealing with the orbital fracture. He's going to miss some time. He suffered that during last week's pregame warm up. Crazy. JJ McCarthy. He's got an ankle injury, of course. He is going to be out this week, but he was expected to practice this week. I believe he did for a little bit. But Carson Wentz is the quarterback for that game, and I think it's going to be an interesting game against Philly. Little rivalry.
yeah, no, it definitely could be for sure.
Brock Purdy dealing with that toe injury, still out. Mac Jones to start, and then Kyler Murray dealing with a foot injury, also out. Jacoby Brissett to start. Um, Obviously, we know about McCarthy and Purdy for the last few weeks, but Kyler Murray, what's your thoughts on this? Jacoby Brissett actually played pretty good last week.
Yeah, no, he played solid for sure. I don't expect him to beat Green Bay, especially because, I think Green Bay is kind of getting pissed off. Like everybody's kind of
Mm,
playing them close, and they're not playing like how they were the first 2 weeks. I think they're gonna blow out the Cardinals today. Um, I think if Josh Jacobs is, gonna play today, which right now he's labeled as questionable,
mm,
or he's labeled as a game time decision, and I hope that he's able to play. I
yeah,
think he can have a big game. Of course, if he's not limited, but if he's no holds barred, I think he can go off today for the Packers.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm nervous because I think I have Green Bay as my survivor pick, and I'm still
Mm,
in. And Kyler Murray's not quarterback, but Jacoby Brissett actually didn't have a bad game last week.
yeah.
And like, is there a world where somehow I can lose this game?
I don't think so, but we'll see. The Cardinals run defense is really bad, so I'm kind of hoping that Jacobs plays today so he can go off.
Yeah,
I need him for fantasy.
really.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he will. He might.
Who's going to go off
Uh,
today is the tandem in the Browns-Dolphins game. I think A-Chain and Judkins are going to have big games today, both of
I
them.
think Judy as well.
Judy?
I was actually looking at his stats. Let me
Here
let
we
me pull up
go.
his stats real quick. I'm not saying he was as good as last year.
Not even close.
Well, obviously not. But if you actually look at the stats, he's been getting the targets.
How about you factor
Eight
in?
targets,
How
9
about you
targets, 13
factor?
targets.
How about you factor in the fact that he has the most drops in the league? How about that?
Okay, he just has to figure out his hands. Maybe put on
Yeah,
some sticky
yeah.
gloves.
He had the exact same issue last year.
But
So
he still blew up in fantasy.
21-0 Rams.
Who scored?
Colby Parkinson. Let's go.
Really? Kobe Parkinson.
15, 20 yards out. Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
I
god.
think Judy's done. In all honesty, he gets the targets, but he doesn't catch them. So, and I definitely don't expect any of the pass catchers to have big games today. I don't know if you saw the weather report, but it's supposed to be anywhere from 40 to 60 mile an hour
Whoa.
winds.
It's getting cold out there, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what the actual weather is supposed to be like, but 40 to 60 mile an hour winds anywhere in between there, apparently. And I heard
That's,
leaning more towards like the top half, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. So,
I'm still dealing with 85 degrees over here.
is it really over there?
It's actually wild. I like I was like this past week it was like really nice weather and I was like it was like 70s. I was like, all right, we finally got into like the nicer weather, like
Yeah.
cool down. And this past week and earlier the week, it was just horrendous. It was just 85 and humid and I'm sweating. And I'm like, oh my God, again? I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Today we're in the low 60s, but we've been, right back into that, mid 50s New England weather that you're used to.
Yeah, of course, of course. Of course. Let's go into some running backs. Bucky Irving, of course, out versus Detroit. DeAndre Swift, he is expected to play against New Orleans, and Josh Jacobs game time decision. Gary, out of these, of course, is Josh Jacobs being the big name for you.
Yeah, for me, of course, it's Josh Jacobs, but I already talked about him, so I'll just talk about.
Swifty.
Yeah, that's a big one. New Orleans defense is well, actually, they're not as bad as you may think, but they're a bad team
Yeah.
as a whole. So I kind of expect them to run the ball a lot. Probably going to be a positive game script for for Swift and the Bears. So I'm going to say he gets into the end zone. So that's a big guy to have back today.
Yeah, it is a big one. Tab back. Oh man, do I really want to go down through this wide receiver list? It's horrendous.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
it's really bad.
horrendous. It's a whole script. All right, let's go with some lesser known. Jalen Coker, he is going to make his return from IR. Pretty big. Hopefully he can kind of do what he was doing before he had a season-ending injury last year.
Mhm.
Cavante Turpin expected to play as well today against Washington. That's also another one that we could look out for because of
Yeah.
the fact that he was kind of not doing so bad as the wide receiver 2 there. Let's see. Any other big, lesser known? Christian Kirk and Darius hamstring. Darius Slayton both out with hamstring injuries. My goodness. All right, now I guess we got to get into the bigger names because they're all other ones are big. DJ
Yeah.
Moore expected to play today. CD Lamb will play against Washington, so good to have him back. Puka Nacua, unfortunately, is out against the Jacksonville Jaguars here in London. Not like they really need him because they're winning 21-zip. But he is expected to miss some time, so that is obviously always a concern for Puka Nacua owners because he was his wide receiver one. Also, Mike Evans, hamstring injury again, game time decision. But again, he is Monday Night Football, so that is something to kind of keep in mind because if you don't have him, well, if you do have him and you're debating about whether to start him, he could be another one that you could think of starting someone else. Same thing with Mika Ibuka. MRI came back okay. He's just dealing with the hamstring. Again, another game 10 decision. But Chris Godwin is out. He is out for Tampa Bay. Stephon Diggs dealing with the chest injury. He is expected to play against Tennessee. Deebo Samuel dealing with that heel injury. He is out. And then Terry McLaurin quad out against Dallas. And Garrett Wilson doubtful against Carolina dealing with the knee injury.
Yeah, I think obviously the biggest ones to look out for are both Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka. I think Mike Evans has a way better shot than Emeka. I think Mike Evans practiced sometime this week, and I don't know if Egbuka practiced at all this week. So just off that, I think Mike Evans has a better shot. If either of them play, they should have good games. The Detroit's pass defense really hasn't been that great this year.
No.
At least fantasy-wise, they've allowed a good amount of points to wide receivers. I really also need Mike Evans to play today for fantasy-wise. Would like it if Egbuka does too. But like I said, I think Emeka is not going to play. So I'm going to take my chances and bench him because, it's always so tough. It's always so tough to have those Monday guys, be game time decisions, especially if you don't have a backup option. I'm going to start Mike Evans. I think he's going to play. And if he does play, then he should have a good game, assuming that he can stay on the field the whole time because no Emeka, no Chris Godwin, and, the other guys after that are like Tez Johnson. Who was the guy that I made my waiver wire pick of the week? Was it like Cameron Johnson or something like that?
Cameron Johnson. I think they're brothers. I do believe they're brothers.
Oh, okay. So Tez Johnson, Cameron Johnson, and Sterling Shepard. So that's his competition in that wide receiver room. So I think he should be fine. However, if you need a tight end to pick up off the waivers today, Njoku's out.
Harold Fannin.
Well, maybe, but if Brock Bowers is out today, I would look at picking up Cade Otton just due to the fact that there are no guys in that wide receiver room. If Mike Evans and Emeka are both not playing,
honestly, that's not a bad shout.
Egbuka, Godwin, McMillan's out the whole year, so their top 4 wide receiver options would be down. So I expect Cade Otton to have a 20 point game if they're all to miss tomorrow.
No, I can't. I actually don't mind the show. I've been seeing some people picking up Cade Otton, so I think that's also something that's been interesting. But I'm not. Cade Otton was good. He was good at some points. There was points he was good.
I traded for him. I traded for him in Dynasty. I traded James Conner in a third because I thought Cade Otton was going to be. I thought Cade Otton was going to be a stud. He was last year he was 25 years old, 24, 25. So I expected him to kind of grow into this role of being like Baker's guy. And I totally expected him to be like a top 5 tight end. And he's still young. So technically he could. But yeah, that was a really, really, really bad trade on my part.
That is a horrendous trade, Gary. Yeah. Real asking, Pickens or Ramadunze today? Can you bench Rome?
Can you bench Pickens?
Yes, because CeeDee Lamb's back.
Yeah, but he's still a wide receiver 4.
Okay, but still.
I'm gonna go with Pickens.
Okay. Right before we get into the questions, let's just quickly run through the tight ends. Mike Gesicki, we obviously know, missed last week, but he also lands on IR, so he's to miss 4 games. Tanner Hudson missed Thursday Night Football with a concussion. Noah Fant Former first-round pick, he had a successful time, 14.4 points. The magical fours, 4 targets, 4 receptions, 44 yards, and a score. Brock Bowers, knee injury. He's doubtful versus Kansas City, so he is not officially out, but expect him to be out. George Kittle, officially back, the man, the myth, the legend, back from IR. And then Zach Ertz, dealing with that shoulder calf injury, but he is expected to play today.
Yeah, I guess you missed the news where Njoku was out. So
Yeah.
Do that.
You mentioned Njoku. You mentioned Njoku.
Yeah. This is tough. A lot of the guys are, big players like Brock Bowers, of course. Kittle's back, so that's a good thing. I know, if you're probably sitting good with Kittle in your back pocket, then you're feeling, good.
I have
the rest of the season going forward. Then there you go.
Yeah.
And another guy to watch out for. I think I said this last week. Zach Ertz, like if he's on your waiver wire and you need a guy to start him with confidence, because first off, Dallas' defense is horrible, but I'm just talking about like Duncan, McLaurin, and Debo are out. So
yeah,
I think he's going to be the number one target. I fully expect him to get in the end zone and 20 plus points.
Yeah. I actually, Zach Ertz obviously was my biggest waiver wire tight end I had, except for Darren Waller. But that one week I decided to drop him, not realizing, of course, Jaden Daniels was the reason why Zach Ertz is doing so good. Paid a price in one of my leagues because I didn't get him back, but now I have officially got Zach Ertz back, and he's my tight end one for the rest of the season until another reason why I have to drop him. All right, let's get into some of the questions before the end of the show. Of course, now it's time for questions. Of course, we are live on YouTube, so if you have any questions that we don't get to you, you will definitely get it on YouTube, and your comment goes on our YouTube screen, which is pretty cool. So just saying. RXC, DJ Moore or I am Anor?
I'm gonna go with DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with DJ Moore. Carson, Kelsey or Fannin? Gary, you were someone saying Fannin. Maybe.
You or someone saying Fannin. You were the one that said they get Fannin. I mean, no, it's not a bad idea to get Fannin just due to the fact that Njoku's out. I'm just really nervous about the wind situation. Like, I don't think they're going to throw the ball a lot at all. But then again, they made Gabriel throw 52 times last week, so I could be wrong about that. I think I'm gonna go with Fannin with Rice back. After this week will definitely be something to watch out for because now the Chiefs fully have their wide receiver core. How much does Travis Kelce impact the offense still?
I'm going to take the slight edge on Kelsey, and that's because he's been a top 5, top 6 tight end in the past couple weeks. And I think even with Rice back, I think it's going to help out, and maybe he'll get in the end zone as well.
Okay.
Booty, T-Mac or MHJ? What a name.
I'm going to go with T-Mac.
Yeah, I'm going to go with T-Mac as well. Steppin' Nasty. Sorry, that took a second to actually process. Which I do start Rashad White, Dowdle, Pittman, or Diggs. If it's just pick one, then I would go White. If it's pick a running back and pick a receiver, I'm going White and Pittman.
Was Pittman and who were the wide receivers?
Diggs.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. If it's just pick one, I would go White. If it's pick two, it's White and Pittman.
Yep. Hunto, Rico or Ja'Cory at the flex position?
I'm assuming it's Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Man, I think I'm gonna go with JCM today. As much as I love Dowdle and what he's done the last 2 weeks, Chuba's back, and I saw that they are gonna split drives. So that doesn't totally mean he can for sure 12 to 15 points if you need that at your flex, but I don't expect him to have the 30 plus that he's had the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Give me the upside on Ja'Cory, especially Debo again out still. Bryce, Caleb Williams or Sam Darnold?
I'm gonna go with Caleb. Caleb's been playing good.
Yeah.
I don't know if Darnold's been playing good. Maybe I just laughed like an idiot. Yeah, he has been playing good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Caleb though.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Caleb as well. Steph saying he has Dowdle on the flex, but should he keep him there or put Pittman or Diggs there? I would put
I
Pittman.
I would put Pittman there as well. Like I said, I think you might get a nice 10 points out of Dowdle, but I think the upside's more with
Yeah.
Pittman, just through the fact that Hubbard's back.
Yeah, I agree with that in my opinion. RXC, Wilson, Marks, or Pollard? Emmanuel Wilson, Tony Pollard.
Is it Emmanuel Wilson or is it Garrett Wilson?
Is it no Emmanuel Wilson, running
Is it?
back? Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tony Pollard. Tony
Who are the
Pollard,
options
maybe.
again?
That's a brutal one to deal with.
I'm
Manuel
just gonna
Wilson,
go with
Tony Pollard, and I can't remember the other one, but
yeah.
clearly he
It's
was
gonna be
irrelevant.
Tony
Oh, Woody
Pollard, I
Marks.
guess. Tony Pollard.
Oh man, that's brutal. Bill, Mason Taylor, or Kate Otten, Gary.
Yeah, those are the top two like waiver wire ads right now, and I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Otten. I mean, if you weren't here when I said it, that wide receiver room is so banged up for them that I think even if one of those guys is to miss on Monday, if not
Mm-hmm.
both, I think Kate Otten's gonna have like a 15 target
Yeah.
game, and I could see him having 20 points. So I would go with Otten.
Yeah, I agree. I'll take the slight edge on, but I am starting Taylor. Osvaldo on YouTube, guys. He was in TikTok. I saw the name on TikTok. He went on YouTube
Oh,
and he's getting ahead. He knows the drill. But also make sure to follow on YouTube as well and subscribe on TikTok. Pick two: Addison, Smith, Dobbs, or Bourne. I'm actually going to go with Jordan Addison and Romeo Dobbs, and that's because Addison has been scoring 10 to 15 plus points every single week, and Dobbs very similar, but I think Matt Golden's going to take the big corner away. It's going to give Dobbs some slight edge.
I think I'm gonna agree with you. I'm kind of between Bourne and Dobbs as the second guy. But I think I'll go with Dobbs as well. So Addison and Dobbs for me as well.
Osvaldo, appreciate you coming on the YouTube. Maddox, do I trust that Ibuka plays or go with Quentin Johnston? I go with QJ.
I would go with Quentin Johnston. I don't think Emeka's gonna play.
Yeah. Step. Darnold or Stroud? I'm taking Stroud.
Question, I guess.
I'm taking Stroud.
I mean, you should take Stroud, but
he had a breakout the week before his bye week.
I'll go with Stroud, but I wouldn't feel too confident.
Okay. Apple, DJ Moore, or Jacoby Myers?
I'm gonna go with Jacoby Myers, actually.
I'm gonna take slight edge on DJ Moore. Jonah, TJ Hawkinson, or Evan Ingram? Give me Evan Ingram.
Oh my god. Those are the two guys that were on my dynasty team, and now they're
oh
both
man
off because I hate them both.
Right, because they were so good in talent wise and just didn't produce the way we wanted them to do.
Like 2 years ago, I was feeling so good about that tight end room, and then now it's just awful. I'm gonna. I guess I'll also take the slight edge on Evan Ingram. He's been playing better. He's been getting more targets for sure. So I'll go with him.
Yeah, Jack, appreciate the follow. Osvaldo back on YouTube. Pick two: Vidal, Breece Hall, and Stevenson. I don't want Stevenson to succeed. I want him to succeed as a running back, but I don't want him to succeed because we just have Travion Henderson. Why are we not using him? But I am going to take actually Vidal and Breece Hall still. I think Breece Hall will still have a good fantasy week or a decent fantasy week at least. Stevenson, we could see lose some workload with Henderson, of course. So I'm all in on the Henderson hype. So are you, Gary, I know. But Vidal had a good breakout week this past week. And I listened to Gary, and Gary changed my mind to get Hassan Haskins. And
sorry about
that. I was like, man, my mind told me Vidal, but you sold me on Haskins.
Well, I'm gonna agree with you. It's Vidal and Hall. I'm hoping Travion can finally just get this game, man. I'm unfortunately forced to start him.
Yep.
Maybe that's a question for you in the chat. If you guys are listening, let me ask you guys a question. Regular PPR, no superflex. Should I go with Travion or Fannin in the flex?
Ooh,
I
Travion
mean,
Henderson or Harold Fannin, guys. Who we going for? Who we
I
siding
am
with?
not I am not a double tight end guy whatsoever. However, Travion just they don't give him the ball and no Njoku today. So there's definitely upside with Fannin, but at the same time, the wind is really, really, going to be a factor today. So I don't know what to do. But right now I have Travion there.
Yeah. Jacob, Mahomes or Jane Daniels? Good problem to have.
I'm
Fantasy.
gonna go with Mahomes. He's quarterback one right now.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Mahomes. User, will Jacobs play today? He is a game time decision.
Hopefully.
We're hoping he plays. Grant, Bourne or Jameson Williams?
JMO.
Yeah, I'm going to take Jameson Williams. Bourne, guys, I know a lot of you are asking about Bourne. Jawan Jennings is back. George Kittle is also back. So I'm kind of expecting a step back from Bourne. Jay Shirley, should I start Hurts or Caleb Williams? Caleb Williams has been playing good, but I would personally start Jalen Hurts. It's a tough decision, actually.
Who do the Eagles play today? Or who do the Eagles play?
The Eagles are playing today the Vikings.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go with Caleb.
Okay. Going against the Saints. I mean, Drake May just had a good week. BG, Mason, or Kamara?
As in Jordan Mason, I assume.
Yeah. Jordan Mason and Kamara.
I'm gonna go with Kamara.
Okay. I'm gonna take slight edge on Mason. Austin, appreciate or AU appreciate the follow. Cliff, pick two: Javonte Williams, JCM, or Jordan Mason. I'm gonna take Javonte and JCM.
Yep, same here.
Use your golf or Hurts.
Hurts
Hurts as well. Kelsey or Fannin. I think we answered that one similar. I said Kelsey. You said Fannin.
Yeah.
Slight edge on Fannin. Yep. Jordan Addison or Territory McMillan. Give me the upside on Territory McMillan. But Addison, you can expect at least 10 points. He's been scoring double digits every single week. Let's see. Spencer, good morning. We got a good morning in the chat. Worthy, Keenan Allen, or Kamara at the flex? Actually, a good question.
I'm gonna go with Keenan Allen, I think.
Keenan? Okay. I'm gonna take Keenan just because QJ's back, so obviously it's gonna be QJ and Keenan's show. And Lad McConkey's gonna be irrelevant again.
Hopefully.
Blank name. Dobbs or Golden?
I'm gonna go.
Who's gonna have a better week?
Yeah, I know, right? Like I don't know. That's tough. I'll go with Dobbs. I guess it's literally a coin flip.
Yeah, it's literally a coin flip. I actually am starting both Dobbs and Golden, hoping they both have good weeks. I think you're expecting to have both of them at least get 10 points. At least. That's the floor, I think, for both. But I will take slight edge on Dobbs. Kamara, Otten, or Wandale at the flex. I don't think you can bench Wandale, honestly. He's wide receiver one there, and he's been playing great. So I'm going Wandale.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wandale as well.
Yio. Why does Keenan play better than QJ when QJ's back? Well, I mean, he played good last week, but he didn't play as good as when QJ was back.
Just look at the stats. I mean, it's just that's the way it is. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Keenan Allen needs the wide receiver help on the other end to take the.
Also, I think QJ is more explosive. Like he's got more speed than Lad McConkey. No.
I don't know about that. Maybe, but he's a bigger target for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just seem to really mesh well when they're together. So, I agree with you on that. I think that comment made sense.
Yeah. Gary, I do want to mention before we go back into the questions. Vidal or Otten? I'm going Vidal from Station.
I'll go with Vidal, yeah.
Okay. I did go to Osaka today. Not today,
Really?
yesterday. Yeah, I had class, Saturday class, of course. And I do want to mention, I went to this mall. I spent 1 hour looking for this store because the mall was ginormous and it was under the train station. I found after 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half, I don't know, because I was getting stressed and overstimulated over there. I did find a sports card store.
Really?
I did, and I went through every single NFL box, and I did get a couple. I brought some home.
Okay.
I got a out of 149 Origins, Lad McConkey.
Okay.
Nice little card. I'll show the chat over there. Little Lad McConkey card. I got a double up base Tom Brady's. They were cheap, so
I thought that you had spent $200 on that McConkey, and I was like, "What are you doing?" But I see
no.
it.
No. I didn't.
It's not American U.S. dollars.
It's not American U.S.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll go quick baseball. I did go for a baseball card because Rafael Devers was my guy. It's a patch card. This is numbered out of 299. I'll show the chat over there too.
What is that, yen that they use?
Yeah, yen. They use yen.
Okay.
Here. Now I got this because it's an absolute card, which is actually pretty good. And it is out of 50. Out of 50. I got him because he's a Patriot, but he's no longer a Patriot, but he's balling.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones on the blue absolute. On the blue absolute. I said, listen, it was honestly, for right now, the height that he has, he's been pretty. It's a pretty cheap price that I got him for.
Why not?
And then I got two other patches. I didn't get. There was a N'Keal Harry auto, but I decided not to go for the N'Keal Harry auto.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was really bad. I got numbered to 199 rookie card, New Generations, Troy Franklin.
Patch. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice.
And look at the patch on that. It's
tricolor.
The number. Yeah, tricolor on the number. Pretty cool. Can't complain. And then lastly, this is out of 199. This is Deja Vu Panini card. This is dual patch for one team. A guy that used to play very, very good, and a guy who's right now the RB2 in fantasy. We are going to go with Marshall Faulk and Jonathan Taylor.
Ooh, that's nice.
This was my most expensive card that I spent. But yeah, Marshall Faulk and I think Jonathan Taylor's on the white patch, and then we also have Marshall Faulk on the blue patch. And to close out, I did buy, because there was only one left, I did buy a tin.
Okay.
I bought a tin. I'll show the chat over there. I bought a tin. It's Don Russ, 2024 tin, 5 cards per box. I was debating whether or not I should sell this. Or should I just make a video and open it up?
Well, what'd you get? Would you sell it for higher than retail or no?
No, like I'd sell it by pack. People sell it by pack. Yeah, I'd sell it by pack. I don't know if whoever's watching, if anyone's interested in whether or not we should start selling cards. Sell cards.
Hey, you've been
Sports Time Breaks. Sports Time Breaks. It's got a good ring to it, no?
Sports Time Breaks. It actually kind of does, yeah.
Yeah, I just spent. I'm so bad on cards right now. It's so bad. My dad actually sent me this picture. Let me just quickly. No, I won't show. I'll show you after the show. But it was crazy. Yeah. It was so funny. All right, let's take a couple more questions and then we'll wrap up the show. Logan, pick 2: Brees, Mason, or Swift. I'm gonna go with Brees Hall. Just expecting him to do somewhat decent today, and then I'll also take Swift, expecting him to obviously play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go same.
Okay. Let's see. Joey, Dobbs or Henderson at the flex, Gary?
Dobbs or Henderson? Oh man, I want it to be Henderson so bad, and it should be Henderson.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Henderson and hope that he finds the end zone today. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with Henderson as well, expecting him to get into the end zone. I think he's got more upside than Dobbs, but again, Dobbs could also have a 30+ point week for all we
Yeah.
know. But Matthew Golden's back, so money. Swift, Judkins, London at the flex. I'm gonna go with Judkins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Judkins too. I totally expect him to go off. Like I think he's gonna have like 30
Yeah,
carries.
yeah, I agree with that one, guys. Also, make sure you are hitting the follow button up there. Road to 600 on TikTok, and of course, subscribe on YouTube. We're on YouTube as well right now, so if we don't get to your comment, you'll definitely be on the show on the comments if you go on YouTube. Let's see. Start Vidal or Scatterbo?
Scat.
Yeah, can't bench Scat, but Vidal was playing good. Mike, Ertz or Ingram? Honestly, it's a good question.
Nah,
Expectations that
not for
Ertz
me.
does play?
Not for me. I'm gonna go with Ertz with
Yeah,
great confidence.
yeah. With the expectation that he is going to play, for me, anyways, I'm going to take Ertz.
Yeah.
Addis, kind of double question. I have Dowdle, Chuba, and Bam Knight. Which two?
Oh my god.
Um,
Well, the thing is, I'm not a fan of starting two players on the same team,
no,
unless they're both premier guys in fantasy.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Chuba just because he's the premier back and not Dowdle. I forgot the other guy that you said.
Chuba and oh man, I also Bam Knight.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Bam Knight. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm
So
gonna go with
stupid.
Knight and Rico.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the sledge. Angelo Kraft or Marvin Harrison for the flex. Marv.
Yeah, I'll go
No?
Marv.
Okay. Soup Boy, Ertz or Fannin?
I'm going with Ertz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ertz. Wes Thompson,
That's
something.
a horrible
Hawkinson or
question.
Pitts?
Oh my god.
Hawkinson or
Uh,
Pitts? Hawkinson? Expectation he gets
Kyle
some catches
Pitts.
today.
Kyle
Oh,
Pitts.
you're really gonna go with Kyle Pitts. Oh, Hawkinson really broke your heart then.
I'm done with it. I like him, but it's like he doesn't do anything. So
Okay. Rowdy, pick two. Sutton, Dowdle, and Rice. Give me Rice and Sutton. Dowdle was the
Sutton,
other guy.
yeah, I'll go with those two as well.
Ryland, Dak, or Baker? Dak going against the Commanders. Baker baking against the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Baker.
Yeah, I'm gonna take slight edge on Baker. Gavin Pickens or Lad McConkey. Lamb is on the same team. I'm glad he put that in the parentheses just in case I forgot.
I know, right?
I actually thought Pickens was on a different team, Steelers.
That doesn't matter
Seattle?
to me yet. That doesn't matter to me. I'm going with Pickens.
Yeah, I'm gonna take slight. I'm gonna take it. No, I'm gonna take it with confidence. Pickens. Braden, I traded Adams and Ferg to my opponent for Nico and Kittle. It's looking atrocious. I traded
Adams.
Devontae
Oh
Adams.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's
But
rough.
I mean,
I mean, Kittle comes back today, and
yeah, it's not a horrendous trade, honestly.
I also need Nico to get going, so I feel you on that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he had like his best week before the. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he had he had a solid week before the bye. I need him to kind of come back to life again.
Yeah. Declan, appreciate the follow. Herbert or Caleb?
I'm gonna go with Caleb.
I'm gonna take the edge on Herbert.
Okay.
Herbert going against the Colts. I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair.
Maybe.
Dave, Sterling Shepard or Michael Carter?
Sterling Shepard or Michael Carter? That's awful.
Sterling Shepard, just because we're not expecting Amika to play.
There's no way I just got banned on TikTok again.
You just got banned for being what?
No
way you just guys, L in the chat for Gary because he just got banned from TikTok again for no reason. The hood.
Like this is the second time, dude.
The hood.
I didn't.
I'm telling you, it's the hood.
The hood. I've been
Diego,
live
appreciate the follow
for an hour. Like, oh my god. I don't know.
That's crazy. Well, Diego, we'll wrap up with one or two more questions. Diego, start sit. Rashee Rice, Bourne, QJ, and Addison. Rashee Rice, I'm starting. Bourne, I'm sitting. QJ, I'm starting. And Addison, if you need someone else to start, I would start him in the flex.
I don't even remember the names.
I can't believe you got banned.
I
Can't
know.
believe that, Gary. Again. Give me Rashee Rice, starter sit, Gary.
Rashee Rice. See the names. Let's see the names. Let's see the names.
He's.
I see the names. If it's a pick one, then I'm just gonna go with.
Are you on your
I'm gonna go with
burner
Rashee
account?
Rice. No, I can still see the live, but it just doesn't let me go
okay.
live.
That's so funny. That's so funny. You can't. I'm curious to see what it's gonna say for your violation. I think that's something you got to deal with. Today is the 20th.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
today is the 19th.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
For me, yeah. Sorry. So I still have 8 minutes.
The 20th
in
for me. You're in timeout for 10 whole minutes.
Again.
That's so funny.
Unbelievable.
All right, we're gonna wrap up with two more questions. Brandon, Wandell or Jameson Williams? Fire it away, Gary. Just
Wandell.
Boom, boom, boom. Wandell. Ricky, start Darren Waller or Kate Otten?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Otten.
Waller. Gary's gonna go with Otten. Is Jackson Jard a good start by Prince? I say yes.
Yeah.
Gary says yes. Arayan, oh man, I just lost it. Arayan, Manuel Wilson or Monty if Jacobs is out? Monty. Manuel Wilson. AJ, start Ibuka or Marv, knowing I have Shepard if Ibuka doesn't play. Start Marv. Marv as well. Do I start Luke McCaffrey or Diggs?
Diggs.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start Diggs. User appreciate the follow. Let's see. Start Fields or Darnold?
Wow. Darnold.
Darnold as well. Henderson or Luke McCaffrey? Josiah.
Henderson.
He's going Henderson. I'm gonna go with Henderson as well. Gary, you have to be on timeout now. We're at 40 people watching the stream, and the comments are going crazy. Comments are going crazy right now, and you decide to go on timeout and get a violation. Ah, man.
Wow, yeah, there's 50 people in here. That's unbelievable.
That's crazy. 55 people are in here, Gary. Gary, can we end the stream? Or should we go a couple more minutes?
I think we should go a few more minutes.
Let's go to appreciate the follow.
Let's go to 11:15. Let's go to 11:15.
All right, 11:15. So 12:15 in the morning, my time. All right, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Evan Morton, CS, Dak or Jaden Daniels? Fire it away, Gary.
Dak.
He's going Dak. I'm going Dak as well. Daryl, Keyshawn Boot or Chubb in the flex?
I'll go with Chubb. Let's go with Chubb.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chubb as well. Ashton, appreciate the follow. Wow, these things are going crazy. MDG, Pittman or Johnston? Give me QJ.
I'll go with Johnston.
Yeah. He's gonna go with Johnston. Aiden, was Pittman and Hubbard for Kyler? Kenneth Walker good? I would say so. Kenneth Walker, Pittman, and Hubbard traded away.
I'm not even thinking right now.
You're not thinking because you got banned, Gary.
I know, it's ridiculous.
No wonder my views were low because it was your problem of getting violated. My goodness. MDG, we already answered it. We're going with Johnson. Okay, Caesar, Flex, Tedditor, McMillan, or Kraft?
T-Mac.
Yeah, we're gonna go with T-Mac, both of us. Daryl, Boo, or Chubb, we already answered it. We're going Chubb in the flex. Ashton, Kamara, or Henderson?
Kamara? I'm gonna go Kamara,
yeah. Luke, Henry, or Kelsey?
Henry.
Henry? Okay. Guys, make sure you are following the stream. We are so close to 600. We're this close. If everyone followed, we'd be at 600. We'd be at our follower goal. Also, if you want to get your comments live on our YouTube channel, we are on YouTube right now. Will and Evan, you guys know the drill. Appreciate the follow. We are live on YouTube right now at this very moment. So if we don't see your comment, we will see your comment if you go on our YouTube. So make sure to subscribe on YouTube as well. Mand, Waddle or Luke McCaffrey? Waddle.
I'm gonna go Waddle.
All right. We're gonna go both with Waddle. Charlie, Luke McCaffrey or Chris Moore? Luke McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Both of us going Luke. Witt, Dowdle or Mason?
Dowdle.
Yeah, slight edge on Dowdle. Aiden, Otten or Fannin?
Otten.
Otten as well. Will, Mason Taylor or Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren. David, Bourne or Harrison?
I'll go Marv.
Marv. Both of us going Marv. Evan, Evans, Johnston or QJ? Evans, QJ or Diggs?
Evans, hoping that he's healthy. I think he's gonna play.
He's going with Evans. I'm gonna go with QJ. Jaquan, Ladd, Chuba or Vidal? Vidal.
Ladd, Chuba, or Vidal. I'll go with Vidal as well.
Or Vidal. Chiffin, May or Mayfield?
Give me Drake May, I think.
All right, he's going Drake May. I'm gonna take Baker Mayfield. Keegan, start Josh Jacobs or Luke McCaffrey?
Jacobs if he's healthy, and hope he's healthy.
Okay. Both of us are going with Jacobs, especially expecting him to be healthy. Ryan, Hubbard or Pollard?
Pollard. No. Chuba.
Both of us going Chuba. Jet, start one of these guys. Diggs, Marv, Jordan Addison, Pittman.
Pittman.
Slight edge on Pittman as well. Both of us taking Pittman. Alex, Jordan Mason or Dobbins?
Dobbins.
Okay. We're both going Dobbins. Sergeant Gab, appreciate the follow. Start two, Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, Tony Pollard, Sterling Shepard, DJ Moore.
Oh, Jesus Christ. AJ Brown and DJ Moore for me.
Yeah, AJ Brown, DJ Moore for both of us. Shot Tet or Chris Moore from the Commanders. Ted McMillan, both of us taking it. Jesus, Tet, Kraft, Worthy, or Evans? Give me Tet as well.
Tet.
AJ Brown or Tet?
Tet.
We're both going Tet. Actually, you know what? Gabba, he's going Tet. I'm going AJ Brown.
Okay.
I'm going to give one more chance to AJ Brown. Scott, Drake May or Baker? We both said Gary said Drake May. I said Baker. Noah, Addison, Wandell, or Swift? Wandell. Guys, 3 more away from 570. Can we get to 570 at least before our stream ends? I think we can get to 570 before our stream ends. Just 3 more. All 3. Also, give dubs in the chat if we should start doing sports time breaks and like giving away cards and everything. Dubs in the chat if you think so. Do I start Dowdle today, Jet saying?
I mean, it depends who your other options are.
I think you're starting him with a little concern that he might not be the main guy. Nick, who do I bench out of these 3? McMillan, Jordan Addison, Sutton. It's actually a good problem to have. But I would take slight edge on Jordan Addison.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Both of us going with Addison. Mo, Kittle or Otten?
Kittle.
Yeah, we're both taking Kittle. Nathan, should I start Henderson over Jacobs in case he doesn't play?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, Nathan, Gary says no. I'm going to also say no. I would also put Jacobs in your flex if you have another running back. Every time a guy is questionable, always put him in the flex because then you can always add anyone there. Okay, couple more questions. B Capo, Brees, Dobbins, or Kamara? Give me Dobbins.
Yep.
Okay, couple more follows, guys, until we get to 570. Let's get there. Also, dubs in the chat. We should start doing sports time breaks. Sports time breaks. Who wants to get free cards? Who wants to get cards? You know, look at this.
One more minute till I'm out of jail.
Jonathan Taylor. Huh? 1 more minute until you're out of jail. Your suspension from TikTok.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure to follow. We're so close to 600. Gary's officially out of jail. Ben, you know the assignment. Appreciate the follow. Gary's back from jail. He got suspended for a couple seconds. We're at 70. We're at 70, by the way. AJ, Chris Moore, Luke McCaffrey.
Luke McCaffrey.
Lewis, you know the drill. I'm going to take Luke McCaffrey as well. Mo Barkley or Waddle? It's actually a good question because
a lot of
both
people
them,
are sitting Barkley, but I'm not going to do that. I can't do that to myself.
Yeah, I'm going to take Barkley. Lewis, Judkins or Bill?
Judkins with ease.
Yeah, Judkins as well. Goder or Mason from Alex?
Got it. Or Mason. I'm going to go with Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. John, this guy told me to sit Devontae Adams yesterday. I don't know who this. I don't know who this guy was. I didn't tell him. I wasn't even on TikTok yesterday.
Neither was I.
Caden, Otten or Taylor?
Otten.
I'm gonna go with Taylor. Dak Prescott. Pick 3: CD, Mike Evans, Cup, Golden, Bourne, and Diggs. I'm gonna go CD, Matthew Golden, and Mike Evans with the expectation that Mike Evans plays.
I'm gonna go CD, Evans, and Diggs.
CD, Evans, and Diggs. Okay, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Gav Ross, Luke McCaffrey, or Dobbs? Give me Dobbs.
Give me Dobbs.
Okay. Matt's Ladd or Dowdle?
Ladd.
I'm gonna take Dowdle just because I just don't think Ladd has been playing good when QJ's healthy, as we've seen. But again, I also have my expectations for him to be a good wide receiver. Guys, 575. Can we get to 575? We're about to hit 570. 570 follows. Make sure to hit the follow button. All it takes is one little click of a follow right up there, right on the top, little left. Romeo, Tet or McCaffrey?
Tet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tet. At first, I actually thought it was Christian McCaffrey. And I was very confused. I was really confused at first, but yeah, Tet. Andrew AJ Brown or over Keenan Allen? Question mark.
Maybe. I think I'll go with AJ Brown here. Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna take slight edge.
I've been thinking about it more. Maybe AJ Brown finally has a good week, so it boosts his trade value.
Just in hopes that he does good. Just in hopes.
Maybe.
I am gonna take AJ Brown, but both could actually have similar weeks. 030, appreciate the follow. We're about to hit 570. Evolving. If Jacobs is out, Wilson worth getting. If you need a running back, yeah. Yeah, if you need a running back.
I think, whoever starts is going to run all over the Arizona defense. So,
yeah, I agree. Tony, Rico or Chuba?
You said Rico, I said Chuba.
Yeah. I just think Rico back-to-back RB1, RB2 weeks. There's no way they.
Yeah, I mean they might just go with the hot
irrelevant.
hand. They might just go with the hot hand in all honesty. So I don't hate that.
Yeah. 030, Boot, Dobbs, or Shaheed at the flex?
Shaheed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shaheed. Eduardo, start Jaden Daniels or Baker Mayfield?
I'm gonna go with Bake.
I'm gonna go with Bake as well.
I'm gonna go with Bake, but he might be down his top 3 targets, so who knows?
All right. Ramondre Stevenson or Wandale at the flex by Chris?
Wandale.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wandale as well. Keelan, Goddard or Kittle?
Kittle.
I'm gonna go Kittle as well. Will, start one, Mike Evans, Cam, or QJ?
Mike Evans, Cam, Scat.
Yeah.
Poof. I'm gonna go with Scat above.
Scat. I'm gonna go with Scat. All right, last question. 030, we answered your question, but we're both going Shaheed at the flex. Last question. Kobe, JCM, or Breece Hall this week?
I'm gonna go with Breece.
Breece? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Breece as well. Can't end it there. Tyler, Daniels, or Mahomes?
Mahomes. We already answered that, I think.
Yeah, Mahomes as well. All right. That's going to do it in this week's episode. Appreciate you guys to get us to 570. Road to 600. Road to the Super Bowl. 600. Road to 6. I don't know, something along those lines. Gary, music I'm guessing is playing in the background on YouTube. I can't hear it. But again, if you haven't done so already, go use that code SportsTimeHQ on Underdog Fantasy. They're going to match your first deposit up to $100. Again, use that code SportsTimeHQ on Underdog Fantasy. They'll match first deposit up to $100. Gary got suspended again for violations. Don't know why. Don't know how. Also, make sure you go to TurfSmack.com/SportsTimeHQ and get yourself some trophies, rings, memorabilia for your league mates. And of course, we are here every single Tuesday for our waiver wire show at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and as well as start and sit shows at 10 a.m. Eastern time every single week. And yeah, I appreciate everyone watching in this week's show. Make sure to follow us all over social media at SportsTimeHQ. And as you are my great co-host Gary, go follow him all over social media at GD Picks. Yeah, and that's about it. I'm just still laughing that Gary got suspended from TikTok again. We'll see you guys all on Tuesday for our waiver wire show. I'm Fernando. I'm your host, SportsTimeHQ, and that's gonna do it.